Hi, what's your name?
I'm Paul Adams, Chris. How are you?
I'm fine, Paul. Good to know you. Why don't we start off, Paul, and just tell me a little bit about yourself, maybe your background.
Okay. I spent 10 years in the Army after graduating from college, initially as a military intelligence officer. And I was selected into a competitive funded legal education program. The Army sent me to law school, and I practiced law as a JAG for another 4 years, having almost 100 court-martials. Left the Army after 10.5 years. Practiced law in California for 10 years, transactional and litigation, primarily real estate, construction defect, engineering relating, working with small businesses on all the variety of legal issues. Didn't particularly like practicing law, and had a client call me up one day and say, we're starting a automation company, and we know you don't like doing what you're doing, even though you're good at it. We'd like you to run the company. So I went in, I was a partner in a law firm, and I quit and went down and started up an automation company in Silicon Valley. Did well, built it up and sold it. Went back to work with those clients again on another issue that they had, supply chain and customer relations and international vendors, helped them package up their company and sold it, another international transaction. Moved here about 7 years ago and have been working with businesses on helping them solve problems.
Okay, very good. Talk to me a little bit, Paul, about your management style. How do you work with people? How do you motivate people? Share that with me.
I think it's important to surround yourself with good people, make sure they're qualified for the job, make sure you give them, as the leader, good guidance on what it is that they need to do, and let them understand that it's okay to make a mistake, that when something happens, just come in and talk about it, don't cover it up.
Sure.
And then once you give them the guidance, if you know that they're good people, let them do it, and then run interference for them so they can get their job done. Work to incentives have to be two ways. One, you have to recognize people that are doing well, and two, you have to pull the trigger when somebody's not doing their job, because they're as bad on an organization. By tolerating that sort of thing is bad for an organization. So I think it's just have good people and give them good guidance.
Okay, well said. I guess looking back on your career thus far, is there something, maybe an accomplishment or something you've done that you're particularly proud of that you could share with me?
Yes, one of the things that I worked with was worked on setting up an assembly line for a European company. They wanted to do computer manufacturing. They wanted U.S. operations. Their concern was they had a new product and they wanted to figure out how to bring it to market, and their thought was that they need to ultimately outsource everything to Asia. Mm-hmm. I did not want to have the jobs go overseas and wanted to come up with a way that you could do it competitively. So I negotiated with Easter Seals and put together an assembly line that was staffed with developmentally disabled adults. There was a lot of resistance to that initially. They felt that these workers wouldn't be able to do the work. I was able to overcome that by showing them the benefit to the bottom line. And we put together the line, put together a picture book so that people would know what to do. We met all the requirements that we had for shipping. We shipped on time. The quality met all the quality standards, and we're able to establish that you could set up an alternative, an innovative type assembly line and do it in the United States, do it with people that you wouldn't otherwise think are employable in that sort of capacity, and save money and help the bottom line.
Yeah, that's inspiring. That's good stuff. Good stuff. I guess bottom line, Paul, as always seems to be the case, companies always have 3 or 4 candidates to choose from. They narrow it down to the head-scratching stage. I guess when they get down to that stage, why do you feel you'd be the best candidate?
Well, I think it's because I have a very broad experience. I've got the discipline from the military, the ability to give advice and assistance, the legal background to see where the problems are, and an aggressive can-do attitude of let's go in, let's figure out how to get something done as opposed to finding reasons why it can't be done. Let's get people motivated to get it done and build a team. And I'm a team builder that gets the job done.
Well, I certainly appreciate you spending some time with me.
Well, thank you, Chris.
Thank you.